Welcome to the Michigan Business Beat. I'm Chris Holman, and you're coming to us. We're coming to you actually over the Michigan Business Network, and we're coming to you from the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island, where the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce holds its annual policy conference. And we're grabbing, as a matter of fact, people in the middle of policy, which I'm sure you find yourself quite a bit. Susan Corbin is with us right now, and she's the head of LEO. That's Michigan's Labor and Economic Opportunity. And one of the beauties of this timing is so many important initiatives are announced up here.
Yes.
And you did one of those.
Well, yes, we came talking about our first ever statewide workforce plan. Um, this is the first time in Michigan we've ever had a comprehensive plan. And I have to say that I was inspired by the work that MISTA has done the last couple of years with a comprehensive statewide housing plan. Every 4 years, we are required by the U.S. Department of Labor to create a WIOA state plan. That's Workforce Opportunity Innovation Act, for those that don't know the acronym. But it's not a document that anybody would pull off a shelf, look at and say, yes, our work is reflected in that plan. So we have created this statewide workforce plan. It's based on three pillars. The first is increasing the number of people in Michigan with post-secondary degrees or skills certificates, growing the middle class, bringing more Michigan households into the middle class. And then the third pillar is supporting businesses, supporting those in Michigan with an entrepreneurial spirit, with unique talent solutions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's interesting. You mentioned the middle class bringing people in. That when we were commanding the globe and leading and everything,
Yes.
we had the strongest middle class.
Yes, yes. I think in the 1980s, I think there were eight Michigan cities, 5 to 8 Michigan cities. It was a lot, over half of the cities. When you looked at the top 10 with the highest income in Michigan. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We need to restore our place. The goal we have is to bring 75,000 households into the middle class by 2027. If we do that, Michigan becomes a state again.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. Okay, so now, great plan. Now we're looking at implementation, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Well, we acknowledge this in the statewide workforce plan that a lot of great things have already happened. And in fact, in the plan, we list some of those programs that we know are being very impactful. But then we also talk about the tools that we need to go the next step further. Yeah. But in the short term, what we are doing this summer is we are traveling around the state, meeting with all of our state's 16 local workforce boards. Many people know that our workforce system is somewhat decentralized in Michigan. We have 16 Michigan Works agencies around the state. And so we're going to be meeting with their local workforce boards and talking to them about the statewide plan, talking to them about statewide data, but then also sharing with them some of the local data that we know about their regions. Yeah. And then we're hoping that when they create their local workforce plans this summer and fall, that the values of the statewide plan are reflected in their plans.
Well, and basically what you're building is a coalition here. You've got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
implementation aspect coming in.
Yes,
And
yes.
as you know, I'm on the state board, Michigan Works, but have
Mhm.
been on the capital area Michigan Works board for over 20 years.
Yes, so you know the system
I
very, very
do.
well.
And when you said WIOA, I went immediately. But
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. And it's so funny because in so many sectors, we have good plans, 15 of them. And
Mhm.
nobody ever talks to each other. Nobody works together.
Mhm.
This is a good way to start building that state.
Yes. Yeah.
coalition.
Yeah. In Michigan, we need to work a little bit harder. We need to have strong relationships with our local partners in Michigan Works, our local community colleges, our four-year institutions. We just need to work a little bit harder with our relationships.
I might also share the community colleges can be a big part of this because,
Absolutely.
yeah, they're talking when
Absolutely.
you're talking about training people for jobs.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and personally, as a guy with 2 degrees, I think we oversold the baccalaureate. We needed more training in the trades.
Yeah, well, we need to be doing both.
Yeah.
We know that when we look at the top 50 hot jobs, I think 39 of them require a 4-year degree. But we also know that somebody in Michigan can enter into a strong apprenticeship program, and if they complete that apprenticeship program, they're earning $70,000 a year.
Yeah.
So in Michigan, everybody should have a good career pathway, whether that's, a strong apprenticeship program, a community college degree, or a 4-year degree or beyond.
No, absolutely. And not only that, you need to think lifetime learning because
Yes.
things change so
Yes.
much,
Yes.
every
Yes.
year.
Yes. And as I think about my, own transitions ahead of, that I may have ahead of me, absolutely. It's like, what, do I need to, get a new skill set? Do I want to make a radical change in my career?
Yeah.
What opportunities are out there?
And how many of us are doing what we were trained for?
Right.
To begin with.
Yeah.
Well, Susan Corbin, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for the good work you're doing. I'm excited about your new plan.
Okay.
You're really on the right track.
We will be visiting the capital area, Michigan Works.
Good.
So I will look for you there.
Yeah, I'll be in attendance. I'll make sure. Okay, Susan Corbin, head of Leo, lands or economic and opportunity, labor and economic opportunity. Sorry. All right, so we're coming to you on the Michigan Business Network from the Grand Hotel, which is where the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce holds its annual policy conference. You'll hear more from there. I'm Chris Holman, and we'll be back in just a minute.